Where is the document to show that the method of recruitment to the post of assistant professor orthopedics is this? You say that we have adopted aims. On the other hand, you say that we have notified rules. No, we want document.
Yes, I am giving the document.
What is the court is asking you?
Sir, how selection process? I am telling you. Sir.
No. What is the court is asking you? Where are the aims rules, sir? How many times you want us to repeat? Please come and assist.
Sir,
Come and assist. Where have you done?
8 amendment was made.
Sir, we will go by one. As on the date of adoption,
Lord.
the year 1994, what is the method of recruitment to the post of assistant professor orthopedics?
Lord, as per Ames rule,
You don't have aims rules?
Lord, I give
Where is that?
Today,
Director-
Sir, I am director IGNS.
Yes.
Sir, in 1984, the institute was constituted under the special act by Act of.
Yeah, you are rightly or wrongly, you have adopted aims rules.
Sir, I come to the point, sir. Please allow me to.
No, we want document.
Yes, I am giving the document. 1984, when the rule was adopted, this was the act of assembly where the rules were framed. And sir, this is again when the medical college opened in 2008.
Aims rule?
Sir, in 2010,
Sir, what is the court is asking you?
sir, how selection process? I am telling you. Sir.
No. What is the court is asking you?
Sir, how the assistant professor is recruited.
Under the aims rules.
Under the AIMS rule, we have adopted and that has been modified in 2010.
Where are the aims rules, sir? How many times you want us to repeat?
We have given.
Like a parrot?
Give it again.
Lord, I have supplied
AIMS rule,
copies.
we have
Lord.
given the recruitment.
2
rule
copies,
first.
Lord, I have
Please
supplied
come and assist.
Sir,
Come and assist. Where have you produced the document?
from this side also.
Show us. What is this, sir? How many times you have to repeat?
Lord, I am again supplying one copy. That is it.
यहाँ पर है AIMS rule.
For the present recruitment, have you adopted this or something else?
Lord,
Sir, it was to start with in 1984 and Gazette notification in 2010 when the medical college was started. The Gazette notification had made the selection committee again at the floor of assembly that we are following. And the standing selection committee, how it
We
is.
are not asking you floor assembly and all. For the purpose of recruitment to the post of assistant professor orthopedic in the year 2018, which rule has been adopted?
The rule formed by the government of Bihar, we are following that rule now.
Bihar, where is that rule?
That we have given, sir. And I am supplying another copy. 2010 का changes दिखा दो.
Throwing papers. Lord, I can't you give bunch of paper and tag it one by one?
we have brought all the bunch.
Hang yourself.
Lord, it is
That is your attitude.
so bulky, Lord, that's why.
Sir, correct, sir. Can you give piece of paper like this? You have given 7 papers.
Lord, that's true, Lord.
Can we maintain this?
No, that can't be maintained.
From this document, what we can make out?
Sir,
From this document, what we have to arrive?
Sir, the selection committee, how the selection is done, that is the member of selection committee, who can be member of selection committee.
Where have you adopted this?
Yes, sir.
Where have you adopted? In your institute? Where is the resolution passed that we have adopted this?
Sir, this is act, sir, this act notification.
So what? This is act in respect of a government college assistant professor.
Sir, Indira Gandhi Institute is an autonomous institute and we are guided by the act.
10/10/1991, the government issued a letter.
No, sir. 6/3/1991 is the resolution adopting aims rules.
Below.
Correct? Which is the source of power under the regulation 1984. IGIMS Regulation 1984.
My lord, in the act itself, the BOG has power.
It shows from which section that the BOG has been empowered to pass resolution.
And, my lord, act, just a minute.
To bill the petition. See there, first.
Section 5, my lord, composition of the BOG, and then, my lord,
No, section 5 is composition of Board of Governors. Section 27, power to make regulations.
my lord.
Huh.
And then, my lord,
Where is the power to pass a resolution?
my lord, this BOG is the governing body, my lord, of the institute.
They can do anything.
No, they can't do, my lord, they can pass order only with the view of law.
Order. What the BOG will do.
My lord, the power is given, my lord, in the act itself, 1984, section 1, your lordship can.
Section 1 is relating to preamble. Objects and objects of the institute. How is it power is vested in section 1?
प्रदेश शक्ति को प्रयोग करते बिहार राज्यपाल द्वारा एक बनाया गया है उसका एक्ट बनाया गया है शासक बोर्ड का जो नाम हो
Lord, I am just supplying, Lord, the rules of 84 also in.
बोर्ड रूल से दिया
So for the purpose of selection to the post of assistant professor orthopedic, you are taking aims. Read with procedure is state of Bihar.
That's
Wonderful.
2008 rules,
the rest of the
you read with him.
Lord, 27 is relevant.
You have adopted AIMS rules for prescribing qualification for assistant professor.
Sir,
But where is the method for selection?
sir,
AIMS rules or in your regulations?
sir, we are following the methods, the standing selection committee, which has been enumerated, who will be the chairman, who will be the convener, who are the participating member, that passed by the Board of Governors, and that we are following, and according to which we have asked members to participate in the meeting. The persons who are in the selection committee meetings are the named institution, AIMS Delhi, in the
Have you prescribed anything in any point of time in your meetings?
Yes, sir.
That you would be following this selection committee or selection procedure and adopting this qualification from the AIMS rule? Has it been specifically provided anywhere?
Sir, the act which have been passed and which been communicated to IGIMS, we follow that, and those things that are not in the act, we are following AIMS Delhi, because the part of
To
Nimauli,
that extent, where is the resolution?
sir,
To that extent, where is the resolution? You want to adopt AIMS rules, at the same time for the purpose of procedure selection, you want to adopt some other rule?
sir, there is no difference what we are doing, and
All right, you show us that we are adopting for the purpose of education, qualification and all aims. For the purpose of procedure and selection, we are adopting this. Sure.
sir, the notification, gazette notification is in accordance with AIMS rule, it is not that. The only modification had been done that the local, the accountant general or the DGHS, we are not asking them to come, we are asking local Bihar government official to come as a health department member, rest are same.
You have not answered our question.
Sir, the board of governors is chaired by the
Sir, have you passed a resolution to the extent that AIMS rules are applicable for the purpose of the qualification and whatever the prescribed for the purpose of procedure for selection and award of marks to a particular item, we are following this rule. Where is that?
elaborate way defining all these minute details has not been passed. I agreed on that and I accept that. What with the past, the 1991 has been passed is we are following the aims, all the provisions of the aim, and that we understand that we are following all the procedures. So by that line, we are following the aims for selection of procedures.
Where have you prescribed this item number in terms of chart?
Chart, sir.
Executive committee.
Executive committee, sir.
Huh?
Executive committee has,
Where is that?
Sir.
Lord, that is, I already supplied a bunch. Lord,
I will
that
give
is
a-
there, but again I am supplying.
All piecemeal. Why can't you give it in a bunch of paper
Lord, I have given.
and pagination?
When were the posts of professor, assistant professor, associate professors were created?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Lord,
Creation of post.
Lord, I have,
We have
from
some-
time to time, post has been sanctioned. I have given,
Give us time to time posts are created.
I am giving a bunch, total these ऑर्थो का इसमें है.
It's not fair. You're not doing proper. You're not giving proper assistance.
Because there is a bulk of papers. Lord.
Sir, correct, sir. You should sit down and sort out dates and events.
Last,
In a chronological order, you have to keep.
sorry, Lord, and for last 3 days, Lord, I am only accumulating the papers. Lord, sanction post, total sanction post, Lord, by the government.
How to give dictation? If you give like this,
Lord, from time to time, Lord, post.
so from time to time I have to give dictation.
Lord, regarding orthopedics, I can give a specific, Lord. Lord, may I pray one thing, Lord? I will supply, Lord, in a bunch.
Last time a specific order was given to
Lord, kindly see me, Lord.
because of this problem only, we have specifically directed you.
That's true. That's true.
Then you want to ignore.
First time these posts were created in December, 19 December 16.
This is only in regard to, my Lord, this advertisement, my Lord.
No. Before that, I was
Talks about 71 posts.
Lord, I am supplying another, my Lord, the post sanction. Right from 1984, my Lord, different times, my Lord, posts were sanctioned in different departments.
From this, where do you get the orthopedic? Give flag. Court master, give flag. Show us where is the assistant professor orthopedic? These are all you have to do homework, sir.
That's true, Lord.
You are wasting court time, do you know?
I am sorry, Lord.
No, that is the only word available here. Sorry.
इसका cost और ये दे दीजिए सब क्रिएशन ऑफ पोस्ट ऑफ सब मार्क
All are, Lord, the creation of post orthopedics from time to time created by the state government. I will next flag one of them.
Serial 4 madam.
What is the date of this document?
Right from 1984, all the posts have been once loaded in.
What is the date of advertisement?
Lord, it was around 28/3/2018.
This is after, this is 25/6/2018.
Different dates I will read. Another is Lord, this one.
Sir, you should have common sense. Advertisement is issued in the month of March 2018. Prior to that, whatever the notification is required, you are producing 25/6.
Even 2016 notifications, my lord. Then when the posts were sanctioned. It was also cleared in 2017, my lord. Also supplying roster clearance document.
Don't jump to the conclusion.
We have modified that chart, that adopts, the adopted 30th resolution, and this is the modified one, sir, it is here.
How marks are to be awarded? You have just,
Sir,
for example,
You have a chart?
yeah.
Please take column number 5.
After doing the post-graduation, the requisite qualification and experience of 3 years, which is part of the eligibility of assistant professor, if somebody does more than this, like fellowship or does some
Experience maximum 10 marks. That is given to which qualification?
Sir, it's not a qualification. Qualification is a MS orthopedics, and we have to give 3 year experience because that is a prerequisite to get eligibility for assistant professor post. The additional marks will be given by those who are working more than 3 years. Like in this case, the Chandan has done 2 years and Dr.
No, sir, where is the meaning? Experience of 10 marks for what?
Sir, experience.
For residency.
Residency, sir, residency.
Sir, where is the explanation in the resolution?
Sir,
Can we understand? Experience within bracket 10 marks,
sir,
a bracket close, 1 for each extra year. What is meant by that?
advertisement, sir, it is mentioned in the advertisement that experience.
Not advertisement. In the resolution, have you indicated experience 10 marks for what?
Sir, we have passed the resolution by executive body.
Sir, in the resolution, you point out, sir, what is the meaning of experience 10 marks?
Sir, it is meaning that after having the basic qualifying experience of 3 years,
That is, you are saying orally. Where is the written in the resolution?
eligibility criteria, and more than that is the additional marks that is being awarded. It is not written in black and white, sir.
क्या है पहली resolution
so if it was not in writing, how you directed the committee to act upon it?
Sir, the criteria is you have to pass MS and have 3 year experience to qualify for assistant professor post. If somebody is more qualified, we prefer those candidates, and for that additional marks is given if he has worked more, because he is more experienced in that subject. That is the way it has been conceptualized.
DNB qualification is equivalent to MDMS?
Yes, sir. If it is more than 500 bed hospital, DNB is equivalent to
Where is that notification?
That is-
What is meant by DNB?
diploma in. the
So,
National Board. Yes, sir.
Now you have AIMS rules.
Sir, it is NMC which has notified it. It is equivalent to that.
Sir, you have NMS, the same rules.
Sir,
AIMS rules.
Sir, AIMS rule, sir, I tell you one thing, sir. AIMS doesn't come under the purview of the NMC. Yes,
But you have adopted, passing the resolution.
I tell you, sir, I am coming to the point. AIMS and NCI are part by Act of Parliament. So the MCI rule doesn't apply in the AIMS. Sir, in all state institutions and all other institutions, the MCI rule applies. And MCI rule equivalence is.
So pick and choose.
It is not.
One from the AIMS, one from the Bihar government, one from the.
It is not like that. We are
Like that only.
Sir, we have adopted the AIMS rules, but we are not guided by we are guided by NMC.
Sir, all right, you are going by AIMS rules for the purpose of qualification.
Sir, of course, sir. And
Now read this. This highlighted marks, mark, you read this.
MS or a,
Read 3 years
yeah,
research.
3 years teaching and research and or research experience in a recognized institution in a subject of a speciality after obtaining qualifying degree, that is MD and MS.
Further.
Sir, the MD and MS and equivalent qualification is DNB. If that fellow has done DNB,
That equivalency, when it, sir, can you compare post-graduation with that of diploma?
it is not we have qualified. We are guided by MCI, not being AIMS.
Show us the MCI regulation or a document to show that MS and MD is equivalent to DNB.
Of course, sir. 500 bed hospital, it is equivalent.
Show us, sir.
It is there in the website, sir.
It is annexed in the writ also, my lord. MCI regulation is annexed.
It is there, sir. No, there is no confusion about this. We are following it, and all over India being followed.
Diploma is equated to that of post-graduation.
It's not diploma, it's diplomat. It's a diplomat, national
Diplomat.
diplomat. Diploma is under more than the MD degree.
Lords, in my list of dates, Lords,
Diplomat is equivalent to MD and MS.
Lords,
I have produced any certificate relating to DNB.
in the equivalence of Lords DNB to the MS Lords, I have it has come on the record, Lords. Lords, it is annexure R4/2, page 18 of the supplementary counter affidavit. Lords, filed on behalf of respondent number 4.
No, where is the DNB certificate?
It is, although it is on record, but I am supplying separate also.
On the fifth, it is not on record from the fourth. We have got it on the
FCI rules is on record, my lord.
fifth, MCI rule here. On fifth, 2015, he got that degree.
Respect of only item Roman 5 and Roman 7.
My lord,
Okay, so-
5 is experience, my lord.
Experience maximum 10 marks, 1 marks for each extra year. He has been awarded 2 marks. What is the base?
My lord, he has done senior residency,
Senior residency.
my lord. My lord, although I prepared a chart also, the selection committee prior to that, my lord. The screening committee report is also there.
What is the qualification for senior resident?
Sir, those who have passed the degree, MD, MS or equivalent DND.
How is he entitled to 1 additional marks for journal when he has experience of 9 months, 21 days?
Must clarify one thing, Lord. In the application form, it was specific mentioned that for assistant professor, only 2 indexed research papers should be mentioned. And in the advertisement, it is mentioned that other things should be brought in the pen drive at the time of interview. It is mentioned in advertisement itself.
No, all right. How the petitioner is entitled to 1 marks for a spine fellow research paper for a period of 9 months, 21 days. What is this? Well, it should be 1 year, no?
My lord,
1 extra year,
my lord,
we are required to award 1 mark.
my lord.
He has not completed 1 year.
Under experience column.
My lord, that's why, my lord. That, my lord, he did senior residency from May.
Sir, we are not concerned with this.
But screening committee has counted his senior residency from December 2014, my lord.
Whatever it may be, sir, there are 2 separate parts. Senior residence is 1 part, that is experience. He awarded 1 mark. Insofar as paper presentation or spine fellow, what is meant by spine fellow?
Lord, after senior residency, he did spine fellowship.
He has not completed 1 year, how he is entitled?
Lord, he has produced a certificate that he completed senior residency from May 2014.
Again, you are going back to senior residency.
And
Then for residency, you already awarded 1 mark.
Lord, he has produced a certificate of fellowship of 1 year.
Sir, but you yourself have stated that 9 months, 21 days.
Lord,
Then why he has been awarded 1 mark?
that has been done because it has been counted from December 2014.
How can you count something else? There are 2 parts.
I must clarify one thing, Lord.
Sir, in the column number 5 itself, it consisting of 2 parts. One is the maximum 10 marks and 1 marks for each extra year.
Because, my lord, his result of DNB published in December 2014. But he was doing senior residency from May 2000.
Sir, why do you want to mix up with the reference to senior residency and spine fellow?
Because, my lord, if
Spine fellow is required to be treated as extra 1 year.
that's true.
Then he has not completed 1 year. Why did you award?
Sir, should I speak, sir? The person who are there, who has awarded the marks, is sitting there, principal of Indira Gandhi Institute of Medical Sciences.
Sir, we have to go by rule, and whatever the method you have prescribed, in the column number 5, you have specifically stated experience, maximum 10 marks, 1 marks for extra, for experience, for senior residence experience, you have given 1 mark, that is correct. Insofar as spine fellow, why did you award marks?
Sir, a fellowship.
And he has not completed 1 year,
Sir, fellowship is a structural training and which confines.
whatever it may be, but then why did you prescribe in the chart? That for extra 1 year,
Sir,
it should have been extra qualification. When you have mentioned extra 1 year, when he has not completed 1 year, he has completed 9 months and a few days.
Reading the certificate in which it is mentioned that he has completed 1 year.
What about column number 7? How the petitioner, Dr. Kumar Chandan, is entitled to 15 marks, appellant?
Lord, he produced the research papers. 2 were mentioned in the application form. Rest of them were produced at the time of interview.
No, some other chart is there.
The marks in research paper is given on the basis.
No, identical chart is prepared in respect of column number 7.
Lord, it is a subjective satisfaction of the selection committee. The subject of the research paper, journal of the research paper. If it is in allied service, he will be allied subjects. 1 marks will be given.
Sir, where is split marks of 15 insofar as Dr. Kumar Chandan?
sir, the expert is sitting here, Dr. Santosh, who has given the marks.
They are not given in writing.
Sir, it is written there and he is sitting there.
So, we don't want. Where is the split given 15 marks?
It is not there.
Then how can you award?
Not there. Lord, it is
Randomly you can't award 15 marks.
Sir,
Lord,
You have to give your explanation in
my
writing.
my lord, it is given on the basis of subjective satisfaction. If the journal is published in a local, research paper is published in a general local.
Sir, read the column number 7. Research publications within bracket 25 marks.
Lord.
National/international index full credit, first and second author, junior of the subject 03, junior, not junior, junction.
Journal.
Journal of the subject 3, journal of allied subject 1, and further non-indexed in the subject 1 and in the allied subject 0.5. In all these 5 items, can you take a decision subjective?
Lord,
You have to give your explanation how you have awarded 15 marks.
it depends on, my lord, the subjective satisfaction, whether the quality of the research publication.
Sir, where is the assessment?
Published.
Sir, Dr. Chandan Kumar has furnished 5 documents in respect of 7 items. Where is the assessment? For this item, he is entitled to this marks. Randomly, you can't award 15 marks.
Sir, the selection board has done this, sir.
Then they have committed wrong. First of all, this column number 5 itself is wrong because you are not given your explanation in writing.
Prepared an assessment chart like this, you have prepared for experience.
Yes, that is what.
Sir, selection committee is consulted by the persons who are coming.
Sir, selection committee has randomly awarded 15 marks.
Sir, I agree with you, sir, but the problem is I have joined 3 months before.
We are not concerned when did you join and all.
I am telling you whatever available on the fact, on the records. So I can speak only that, sir. That's my situation.
All right, we'll set aside a whole process of selection to the extent of award of marks. From award of marks and further selection process you continue. Because award of marks itself is not correct. Because there is no explanation how column number 7 is utilized by the selecting committee in awarding 10 marks, 5 marks, 5 marks, 7 marks, 5 marks, 10 marks, 15 marks, 8 marks, 2 marks. What is the basis? What is the basis?
Sir, expert panel, all the people have retired. Or
Sir,
one person is sitting there, he can.
how many times you are repeating? One person is sitting.
Lord, the selection committee constituted of experts.
Sir, you reconstitute the committee and you have to give reasons as to why we are awarding 15 marks to so and so person. Because item number 7 is relating to not one item, it is related to 6 items. Journal and non-journal.
Subject.
You have to award marks like this.
Lord, that was done by assessment of the selection committee,
No, whatever it may.
consisting of a HOD from the AIMS Delhi, Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, New Delhi, Lord. All the experts, they have assessed it.
We will set aside, we are not satisfied with column number 7.
The other aspects, my lord, already my senior has argued. One is, my lord, he has already argued that the merit list was not challenged by petitioner, nor there is any allegation of malafide against the selection committee. They have not alleged malafide.
Then single judge has reassessed the,
That's true, my lord.
therefore,
At one point, he is saying that he is not entering into marking, but at the same time, he has changed the marks.
that is not correct in terms of a Supreme Court decision. We are not experts. We cannot sit over the assessing experts. At the best, if there is a lacuna in awarding marks, we can set aside and remand the matter. We'll set aside and remand the matter.
Again, my lord, an interview will be held among these 4 candidates.
No, but yes, you have to, for all the persons. For all the persons, it can't be,
Four persons.
for all the persons, like 1 to 18 or 1 to 19, sorry, 1 to 22. Because column number 7 is not correct.
In Department of Orthopedics, my lord.
No, Department of Orthopedic. Yes, sir, you want to say something? You are for the?
Lord, may I leave for some time, Lord?
You are for the
For the read petitioner, Lord, respondent number 4.
petitioner.
A read petitioner, Lord, respondent number 4 in this appeal, Lord.
What is his name?
Dr. Pavan Kumar.
He is responsible for his appeal.
Appeal. You are the read petitioner. Now, Lord, before I take your lordships to Lord other documents, your lordship kindly see this petitioner, this respondent number 4, in regard to 4 posts in orthopedic, 3 were unreserved posts and 1 reserved post was appointed on the same terms and conditions advertisement annexed 2 to the writ application. But subsequently, it appears to adjust others by appointment were held to be ad hoc and temporary, and again same terms and conditions annexed 4 beyond the another advertisement was issued. Both the advertisement I have told now. So this 4 posts was created in 2016, 3 unreserved posts and 1 reserved post. I was appointed as assistant professor. I continued for more than 1 year there. Thereafter, a fresh advertisement for the same appointment on the same term was issued. And that is your lordship.
Earlier appointed.
Yes, Lord. Result, Lord.
Have you challenged the advertisement?
Yes, Lord. Your lordship will see, I have challenged whole of the...
No, where is the challenge to the advertisement?
Here, your lordship see paragraph 18 onwards of the...
No, in the prayer, in the writ petition, in the prayer, where is the challenge to the process of selection and appointment, since you are already occupied one of the posts? Therefore,
Marks.
advertisement for 4 assistant professor for orthopedic is not correct.
Lord, in the prayer portion we have said, whether the respondent, the selection of the, sorry.
Where is the challenge to the advertisement? And you also participated?
Yes, my lord.
You participated, then how can you turn around and say that advertisement is wrong?
But this principle of estoppel and waiver in the rule of now your lordship had Lord already Krishna Rai and Banaras Hindu University case your lordship had Lord opinion. That this selection committee first time disclosed this mark by the counter affidavit. We were not Milord knowing.
Because that you have challenged the advertisement. Advertisement?
Advertisement is an example of four. After the post graduation, 3 years minimum is there. After graduation itself.
No, in the repetition, where is the advertisement?
Advertisement that lecture.
Next 3-4 minutes.
Page 26.
Page 20, lecture 4 lot, page 26 relevant is.
No, IGMS advocate submitted that at the time of submission of application, 2 papers were required to be given. Thereafter, at the time of interview, additional pen drive is required to be given. Where is that
Advertisement is mentioned at column number 12.
column number?
Column 12, page,
Interview. Interview. Place करते रहे आप तो place किया.
court
Interview
is
later
asking
your
me.
lordship kindly see what required to be put.
29.
What is the
page 29, my lord. 12, last part. It says, publication to be presented in PowerPoint.
Please bring your pen drive.
Please bring your pen drive.
You can't entertain fresh papers. You can't entertain fresh papers. Read that clause 12 once again.
Cloud 9 also your lordship. Only those disclosed in the application.
As on the last date, whatever the papers are available, that is required to be considered. How can you consider?
Application form, my lord, it was mentioned that for assistant professor, only 2 research papers is to index research papers should be mentioned.
So, and how can you consider the 3rd paper or 4th paper at the time of interview?
My lord, if it is prior to the advertisement,
No, how can when you in the clause 12 itself you prescribe institute shall not be responsible for any lapses or delay in the postal department courier. The incomplete application and application received after last date will not be accepted.
no, that,
Then how did you entertain pen drive and all?
my lord, if it is prior to the advertisement,
Huh?
if it is, the publication is prior to the advertisement, then it will be considered.
No, have they indicated that these are the documents? How can you say that publication to be presented in PowerPoint?
All the candidates are produced, my lord, there were two index.
Then what is the object of prescribing last date of submission application?
It should be prior to advertisement, my lord. All the publications should be prior to submission.
No, along with the application, if I have enclosed only 2 papers, at the time of interview, can I add
If you
the council? As on the date of submission of application, I have presented 2 papers. At the time of interview, I want to add 2 more. Is it permissible?
no.
Then is it not?
Clarify the matter, may I say one thing, Lord? We will assess in all the points. Your Lordship directs, we will, all the columns we will
Your Lordship-
assess again.
My learned friend, why Lord? Reasons is writ large. Now the person who was ineligible on the date, he will be claiming their experience now if the fresh
No,
advert.
no, no. As on the last date of submission of application, whatever the experience qualification of the respective parties, in particularly only 22 candidates. 22 candidates, every column will be reassessed from Roman 1 to 10.
The IGMS people has even committed forgery that your lordship will see from the original records.
Huh?
Even they have committed forgery that pointed out before the Honorable Single Judge had taken notice of it.
What is the forgery?
The number of 3, they increased it by paid. Your lordship will see. Counter affidavit of responsible 1 and 2.
Which document has been tampered?
Application of respondent number 3.
Where is his application?
On your lordship's board.
Correct, sir. How can I find out?
This is the counter affidavit of respondent number 1 and 2 filed in the writ application. and they admit that petitioner should have got 14 marks for publication.
Anyway, we are asking them to reassess item number 1 to 10. At that time, you can rise.
1 to 10, my lord, so far, my lord, the only thing by humble submission will be that markings must be based on the eligibility, the essential qualification. I had got more experience even as an assistant professor in this.
Sir, we are not concerned. We are not going to assess the marks and other things. We will set aside and remand the matter to the selecting authority to undertake fresh assessment of all the 22 candidates.
But he mentioned the last date of application on that.
As on yes, sir, it can't be extended. Who are the other 2 candidates who are selected?
You know,
They are not party here.
he has challenged.
One is not a party here.
Hey, 1
He
second.
has challenged the appointment of only respondent number 3 and 4.
Correct.
Mr. YB Giri was for respondent number
We
4.
want to hear the other selected candidate.
They were not party, my lord. One, my
Nishant
friend is
Kashyap,
appearing,
he has been made a party
and
respondent.
2 of them are.
3 are before this court.
2 out of 4, 3 are there, my lord.
3 are.
Yeah.
So who is the other one?
One is my lord who had got more marks. Jitender, क्या नाम है उसका?
SC/ST वाले हैं ना.
Sir.
Yes, the left one candidate, not so.
Who is the 4th candidate who has not been arrayed as party in these proceedings?
My lord, one is Dr. Kumar Chandan, who is represented by Mr. Giri. Dr. Inderjeet Kumar,
That
He has not been arrayed as party.
he was never a
had
party.
got more marks than me. My
Lord, please allow me to say,
Question is simple, whether has he been arrayed as party or not?
No,
he had
You have to hear him, you implead them. Implead him party.
Because
We have to hear him because we are going to set aside the entire
party in writ also, my lord.
Huh?
They were not party in writ also. He has challenged the appointment of respondent number 3.
All right, we will apprise him, we have to hear him without behind the back of him, we can't pass order.
My lord, that's true.
Therefore, you implead him as party. Or the matter at length.
My lord,
Not the matter at length.
party to all the candidates or only these 2 successful who were left out?
Successful candidates only. Because the other unsuccessful candidates will have an opportunity again.
Out of 4, 3 are from unreserved category and 1 from.
Sir, we want all the parties to be present in the proceedings.